Good morning, Hayom Yom, Hei Tammuz. So the Alter Rebbe was once having a yechidus with one of his closest Chassidim, who was one of his greatest Chassidim. And they were talking, and the Alter Rebbe asked him in the middle of the conversation, tell me what's happening in your life, what's your life situation right now? What's your matzav? And the man started telling the Alter Rebbe about and started to complain to him about how he had recently lost all his money, all his wealth, and now he was poor and destitute, and life's a disaster, and it's terrible, and he's going on and on complaining. And the Alter Rebbe stopped him, and over 150 years before JFK, he said, you keep talking about what you need, but about what you're needed for, you say nothing. And what you're needed for, what God needs you for, what God expects of you, what God demands of you, is that you should be spreading light and positivity and inspiration and bringing light to the people around you, to your surroundings. And the way you do that, the way you bring positivity and light, and the way you uplift the people around you and the surroundings you go to, is through Torah and Avodah. When a person knows a lot of Torah and lives with Torah, then they're able to bring real positive influence and change to the people around them, to their environments they frequent. And he said as well, when somebody does avodah, when somebody really works on themselves and becomes a good person inside and out, again, that allows you to positively influence and bring real light and positivity and light to the people around you, to the places you frequent. And he said, that's what's expected of you. That's what you should be focusing on. Your livelihood and your physical needs, he said, that's what's demanded of God. That's God's obligation to you. God has the responsibility to supply you with health and money and all your physical needs. But that's not your job. That's not what you should be focusing on. That's not your mission. Your mission and what you could change and what you could focus on and what you should focus on is bringing light and inspiration and positivity through Torah and Avodah to everyone around you. And then he concluded by saying that if you do your part, if you do your half, if you do what's expected of you, then the other partner here, God, will do his half, will do what's expected of him, and he will supply you with everything you need. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.